My brothers and sisters, you are now watching The Gamer 2323, so just forget about the chores you're supposed to do. Put your feet up, get your Kool-Aid, fried chicken, popcorn, get whatever you may need. And I hope you enjoy the video.
Watch Dogs 2. Oh yeah. The hype is real. If we didn't already go through this with the first one. Listen, Ubisoft. We ain't about to fall in the same trap that y'all suckers put us in with the first Watch Dogs. You know, there's a saying. How does that saying go? It's like fool me once, shame on you. But sucker, fool me twice, shame on me. But Watch Dogs 2, Lord have mercy. I thought they were gonna save this, you know, for E3, but you know how like prior to E3 some stuff starts to come out, so you already have stuff out there to, you know, to talk about prior to E3, but I'm sure they'll show more at E3. But yesterday, Ubisoft, the bastards known as Ubisoft, they did like a little premiere for Watch Dogs 2. What can we expect in the sequel to Watch Dogs, you know? And they show, you know, a new protagonist. He's black like me. You know, they showed some gameplay in it, you know, so they was actually, you know, like showing what, you know, you can expect in the sequel to Watch Dogs. Now, going back to the first Watch Dogs for just a bit, Watch Dogs, I feel like, you know, like the common rap on Watch Dogs is trash. Like just flat out trash. It was a freaking flop. It was a terrible game. I don't think it was a bad. I've said on multiple occasions, I don't think Watch Dogs was a bad game. I'm even kind of shocked by this. I'm giving Watch Dogs a 9 out of 10, dude. Now, was it a 9 out of 10? No. I don't know what I was thinking back then. But Watch Dogs, to me, it really wasn't a bad game. I know the whole downgrade debacle thing going on. And one thing, I will never fall for that trap again. All these freaking games you see at E3 that look so freaking amazing. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, the junk is like running on a freaking supercomputer with 4 Titans. And these bastards on stage like, yeah, this is running on PS4. I will never fall for that junk again. So I know the whole downgrade thing and the whole born behind, monotone, no personality having behind sucker known as Aiden Pierce. One of the worst protagonists ever. You know, Watch Dogs was a very flawed game, but I don't think it was a trash game. I thought gameplay wise, it was a pretty fun game. I thought as far as the gameplay, Watch Dogs had a lot of what's the freaking word I'm looking for? Freak it. Watch Dogs had a lot of potential. It had a lot of potential. The gameplay was fun, but it just wasn't. It wasn't all the way fleshed out, but I thought it was a fun game. I thought the online was fun. So that hide and seek mode, whatever that jump was called, where like you would like try to hack someone and then like that person like has to like find you. That jump was fun as heck, but it didn't really have a lot of content in the freaking online. So it was a game that had a lot of potential, but it just wasn't all there yet. However, saying that, how the whole Watch Dogs thing played out definitely made the bastards known as Ubisoft look even worse than they already did, you know. So, but like my whole thing with after Watch Dogs, I was like, okay, if there was to be like a Watch Dogs sequel, what are the things they can improve on? And I think what I've seen in this premiere for Watch Dogs 2, it seems like a lot of hopes that I had for Watch Dogs 2 and how I think that Watch Dogs, and not just Watch Dogs 2, I think Watch Dogs 2, Titanfall 2, Destiny 2, I think like a lot of these sequels are going to be way better than the first one because they're going to like, you know, learn a lot from the mistakes that they did with the first game. So I still think Watch Dogs 2 could be like even way better than the first Watch Dogs. So So yeah, they showed some stuff in the Watch Dogs 2 reveal. I wrote down a couple of other things they showed off. First off, we got a new protagonist. That is the main important. That is the important step you had to do. Freaking crucify that crucify that born behind Aiden Pierce character, you know, and get a new protagonist in the game. So they got a black guy. they actually say, you know what? Let's make our main character an African American out this sucker. His name is Marcus. We don't really know too much about him. He is a hacker. He's young. He seemed like he got some swag, you know. So, but yeah. So the new main character is Marcus, and he's a black guy. One thing they were talking about in this reveal is trying to make the environment in Watch Dogs 2 feel more alive and more immersive. So for one, they got dogs now. They have dogs in Watch Dogs 2. What more do you want? So, but but they were saying, like, for example, like, the world does not revolve just around you. Like, people are doing their own things. So like a fight might break out, or someone might get the cops called on them, or dogs might be like chasing people. Like everyone is doing their own thing, and you don't have to take action, you know, for something to happen. So like they said, the whole world will feel more alive and more immersive, which is cool, you know. It kind of, again, like, just comparing it to Grand Theft Auto, like you know, when like you're playing, like, you don't know what you might see, because it's like the world in Grand Theft Auto, like it felt more alive than the world did in Watch Dogs. So I think they're trying to, you know, get more to that Grand Theft Auto level of immersion, you know. So that's cool. More depth to hacking, and that was like a thing that even I thought in the first Watch Dogs, that I was like, okay, this hacking is cool, but it kind of got like old after a while. Like, yeah, okay, cool, I could hack a traffic light, or hey, I can make this roadblock come up, or hey, I can steal some money from this ATM. But it's like rinse and repeat. like you couldn't really hack too much things. So they said the hacking in this Watch Dogs is going to be more in depth, more complex. You can hack cars now, all different types of vehicles. You can hack every person in this game. You can hack anything electronic, you know. And they got this thing called mass hacking, to where you can hack multiple things at once. So that was like another thing that was very flawed in the first Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs is a game that revolves around hacking, and if the main thing is flawed, then it's like you know, you're already starting off bad. So it's good that, you know, they are going more in depth, you know, with the hacking, it seems, you know. So that's cool. Driving mechanics. Bruh, anyone that has played Watch Dogs can tell you, when you was driving in that junk, you was like, son, what the freak? Like, you just felt like, it was like, bruh, I can't control this junk right now. The driving mechanics in Watch Dogs is like one of the most flawed things about the gameplay in that game. So they were showing, you know, some of the driving. It seems to be more, you know, tuned out, you know, more smooth and stuff like that. So it seems like the driving mechanics have been improved, and that's a great thing. That is a great thing. While you're playing the story, they got this thing called a cross path, to where, like, if you're playing the story, you know, you might come across your friend while playing the story, and then like you guys can like link up and then start playing like co-op. So just the way like they showed that looked like really cool. Like if you're just playing the freaking story and you're just like doing your own thing, and then like you just freaking find your friend like a freaking across the street, you're like, hey, want to do some co-op, fam? Yeah. You know, so that looked cool. And the graphics didn't, you know, they weren't pulling a Watch Dogs 1 to where it was like, son, this game looks amazing. Like, it was good. Like, it kind of resembles the first Watch Dogs. Like, the graphics didn't really look, I mean, they weren't bad, but it was nothing like how when we first seen the first Watch Dogs, you know? So I definitely think that they learned from that backfire that they got with the first Watch Dogs. Like, what is this PS2 looking garbage, you know? So, but I thought the premiere for Watch Dogs 2 was solid, man. I thought it was solid. I thought, you know, they kind of answered a lot of questions that you know, that people had going into the sequel for Watch Dogs. Like, how are you going to improve this game, you know, and how are you going to make it different from the first Watch Dogs? So hopefully we get to see some more of this game at this year's E3, which I think we will. But like I said before, I think Watch Dogs 2 is going to be way better than the first one, man. I really think they're going to learn from the mistakes that they did. Like, take for example, Assassin's Creed. I remember when the first Assassin's Creed came out, and it wasn't a bad game neither, but it was really repetitive. Like, literally every mission was like, chase down this sucker and assassinate. Like, that was every freaking mission. But then Assassin's Creed 2 came out. Assassin's Creed, I know I haven't played Black Flag yet. I attempted to play Unity. And the jump was so glitched out, I was like, I'm not playing this jump, you know. But from all the Assassin's Creeds that I've played, Assassin's Creed 2 is still the best Assassin's Creed to me. So a lot of times with sequels, the sequels sometimes always end up being the best one. And and I could go down the list from Jak 2, right to Ratchet and Clank Going Command. It almost freaking Uncharted 2. Like, a lot of times when the sequel comes out, the sequel is like always the best game in the franchise. So I think Watch Dogs 2 is going to be great. You know, just like I said, the same thing for Titanfall 2, Destiny 2, whatever, you know. So definitely want to see some more of Watch Dogs 2. What did you guys think of the reveal, if you've seen it? Do you know, plan on getting this game, or are you completely done with the world of Watch Dogs? Let me know down in the comments below. As always, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, I greatly appreciate if you rate the video, my brothers and sisters. It doesn't have to be a thumbs up. It could be a thumbs down. But what I do ask every brother and every wait! So wait, sister. It's just rate the video, my brothers and sisters. So Watch Dogs 2, currently that will be my game of the year whenever it comes out.